merry meet Pisces. Pisces, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Pisces. We're streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating on YouTube are the lovely Jennifer and the lovely Erin, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Heather. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to all of you Pisces and friends of Pisces for joining us for this 2-week reading. I'm reading with this, what is this called? The Feline Marseille Tarot. Isn't that cute? And I've already purified with this Roger and Gallet Extra VA, the oldest, I think it's the oldest, of the traditional eau de colognes that's still commercially available. If you'd like information about these products, you can go to the video description of this very video on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can go to paypal.me/Ariel Gatoga, paypal.me/Ariel Gatoga. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We have all kinds of gorgeous merchandise. It's an affiliate store, so we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate your support. Just as a reminder, I do not read with card reversals, so you're going to see me flipping cards right side up. It's just my style of reading, and all is well, I promise. Now, Pisces, just as a reminder, this is going out to all Pisces, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, both for people watching live and on a restream. So that does end up being a lot of Pisces. So if for some reason this doesn't seem to click, it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it because it's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs, sun sign, rising sign, moon sign. You can find those replays all on my website at ariels-corner.com. Ariel's Corner with a hyphen.com. Just click on the free tarot reading link right in the menu. All right, if you are watching on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without any ads by subscribing to us. And Pisces, I think I want to shuffle this maybe 2 more times because I think we are pretty shuffled. And then I'll give it a nice clean cut, and we'll take a look and see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous, beautiful, fabulous, amazing Pisces. The Sun card. That's gorgeous, fabulous, and amazing. The Moon card. How nice. The Three of Cups. Okay, now, a lot of times when we get the Moon card, it's the negative side of the moon because it's illusion, delusion, not seeing the truth. But in this particular case, I'm not seeing it that way because I see it together with the sun. So it actually is talking to me more about balance. And I think many of you are finding balance. And if you aren't finding balance, you're being called to find balance because the results of a lot of the positive work that you've been doing on yourself and on your life are ready to start coming to at least germination, if not fruition soon. So there's a if you think about what the moon is, it reflects the sunlight. It sort of like refines the sunlight, and as a result, it creates magnetism on the earth that, you know, that gives us the tides and all kinds of things, and very important things in our world that we wouldn't be able to exist like we do without it. So this is a very important pair. This is a very important sort of pair of guides for you when you look at it that way. It's the male and female, the father and mother, the god and the goddess. And when those things come together in you, look at what you get. You get this amazing result. So we look at the sun. You can think of the sun for you, Pisces, as being your conscious mind, your chooser, what you're thinking about, what you want, the thoughts that you choose, the decisions that you make, right? And then you can see the moon as being your unconscious mind, those things that are habitual, that are outside of your ability to choose. Now, what we want is for the choices that you make with your conscious mind to be deposited as seeds into the womb of your unconscious mind so that you get these positive results. And lo and behold, it looks like that's exactly what's happening for you. It looks like you're really learning that magical mystery about how to deposit intention into your deep mind and get a result. And that's everything right there. And that's you, Pisces. That's what you're doing. Let's see what else it wants us to know about all of that. We've got this Four of Swords. We've got this Queen of Cups. And then we've got this Tower card. Okay, this is so important. First and foremost, we've got this Four of Swords. This is what you've been doing lately. You've been disengaging from the drama. You've been disengaging from the things that you don't want to deposit into your deep mind. You've been disengaging and pulling your attention away from a lot of the things that you used to kind of get caught up in, and then they would manifest in your life. And now you're starting to understand, at least intuitively, hang on, if I don't get too involved and invested mentally and emotionally with these things, then they won't show up in my life later. So I'm keeping a lot of that at bay. I'm not engaging with all of the drama as much as I might have been able to be pulled into it before. And as a result of that, look what's happening. You're nurturing you're nurturing this underworld in you. You're nurturing this deep mind of yours. And when you do that, like I said, you get these great manifestations. Now, this Tower card is talking to you about how you have to weed the garden. Sometimes you have to rototill the garden. Sometimes you have to destroy big slabs of concrete that were poured over the earth before you can get to the rich soil underneath to plant the garden. So a lot of what's been happening with you, as far as like I said, disengaging from a lot of the thinking and feeling and discussions and things like that you don't want, is causing, like I said, some really powerful thought seeds to be deposited into your deep mind, and they are coming up and they are growing. And part of what's being called on with that growth is the destruction of that which no longer serves you, that stands in the way of those manifestations. Now, to many people, when they see this Tower card or they see the results of what this Tower card represents in their lives, they think, oh, nothing's working. How come everything bad always happens to me? Wah, 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 wah. You, I don't think, are doing that. And if you are, I'm going to encourage you to stop it, because you're misperceiving if you are. That is not what's happening. Bad things are not happening to you. Horrible things are not happening to you. What's happening to you is the destruction of everything that's standing in the way of the success of all that you've been planting this whole time. And that's exactly what you need. And see, the solar light, which is at the base of a lot of where your positive motivations have been coming, your positive thought seeds, that solar light is your own higher wisdom. It's your own higher mind. And it knows exactly what to do, much more than your conscious mind, your ego mind. It knows exactly what to do to make you happy, whereas your ego mind doesn't know what to do to make you happy. And you've been figuring that out. You've been doing great with that. But now you have to also learn to make sure that you trust that since the solar light says, let's get rid of these things, that it knows what it's doing. So whatever it is that seems to need to leave your life right now, it's not that you're being deprived of something. It's not that there's destruction because you're being punished. It's that there are forms in your life that no longer serve you. And I always like to use the image of one of those, and they don't have them as many of them as they used to, but Vegas used to have all these really disgusting hotels that were so old, in such disrepair, and you just knew there were rats, and it was just gross. It's like you stuck to the carpet. And when somebody would buy that property and they would say, well, I want to put a nice new resort here, what would they have to do? Implode. They would implode those old buildings. And it was fun to watch. You know, it was fun to watch those things come down, because you knew that something amazing was coming up in its place. Maybe not in a day, but that was the first step, right? So when there are implosions happening, get that popcorn ready, enjoy it, watch it, say yay, 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 because you know what's happening is you're getting ready for those resorts to be built. Those wonderful things that you've been asking for are coming to life because you've been doing everything right. So when they start to manifest and they include some destruction, say yes. Yes, lean into that. Just allow that to happen because you want that. You don't want to build on top of rubble. You don't want to build on top of yuck. You want to clear out the rubble. You want to clear out the yuck and build from scratch, right? On nice, clean ground, right? Or even like, I like the other image even of getting rid of all that grossness that was standing in the way so that you can have this garden, so that you can plant this amazing garden, right? That you couldn't have planted because there was, concrete here. There was an old jalopy car that was out of order here. There was a bunch of old, suitcases that were ripped up and needed to get. There's just all this junk, cars on blocks and all that stuff. And so instead, you're just allowing all that stuff to get destroyed so that you have that nice fertile ground so that all of these seeds can come up unimpeded. Isn't that wonderful? So you're doing really, really well, Pisces. I'm extremely happy for you. Now, the one thing that you do want to be careful of with this moon card, even though I'm not seeing it really being this too much in this reading, but there's always the potential, is to believe what you see rather than the truth behind the illusion. You have to remember that everything here looks really solid. Everything out in the world looks really solid. It looks like it's what it is. But if you talk to any person who's studied physics in the last century, they'll tell you that's not really the case. It isn't real. It isn't solid. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than you'd realize, right? And so as a wise person, which you are, it's important when you see certain things that you want to assume are the way and say to yourself, well, that's just the way things are. Nothing can be done about this. Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow that to happen. Instead, just say, nothing is the way it seems. I do not believe in appearances. I believe in the truth behind them. And so that's when you can allow those thought forms to be deposited into that deep mind to take the place of those illusions that you no longer want. And that's when that tower comes in and crushes down the illusion so that you can have the realization of that what you really do want. Okay? And what you want is, when it's in alignment with what your soul wants, then happiness is a given. Joy is a given. Success is a given. And it looks exactly like that's what's happening for you. So to everybody to whom this reading is speaking, I congratulate you. And I think that you're doing amazingly well. And I'm super happy to see it. And I will be back in 2 weeks for another reading, Pisces. Thank you so much to the amazing moderator team, Jennifer, Aaron, and Heather. And we will see you in 2 weeks, Pisces. Blessed be.